guys, Brad here from OutDoorGears, and today I'm showing you the Gerber and Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife. Now I recently purchased this item, but well, I say recently, it must be about a month to 2 months now, probably, thinking about that. But yeah, this knife has served me well. I mean, the endurance within the knife is absolutely brilliant. It's taken everything I've thrown at it. Everything. I mean, seriously, it's a really robust knife. The pommel is brilliant with the new designed ones. They recently come out last year, so you know, any that you buy now the pommels shouldn't break off. Yeah, so I put it through a couple of tests. Got the sheath. As you might have noticed, I've took the lanyard off the knife itself. Reason being, it was getting in the way. It's too small to put your hand through, and it's easier to put it onto the ferrocene rod for extraction, and also there's a way to keep it more stable when it's in the sheath, which is just undoing the sharpening piece and putting it there. And then even if the actual ferrocene rod itself falls out of its little jacket, it can't, you know, go flying about anywhere. So, you know, yeah, I've put this knife through a good worthy test. I mean, the booklet's getting a bit worn out now, but that's still perfectly fine, perfectly capable to be read. It's an all-purpose booklet. It's meant to be waterproof. So, you know, we'll take a closer look at that later. But yeah, that's the little priorities of survival booklet that you get with the actual knife. Just fold that one back up. Yep, so the knife itself hasn't actually worn or took much of the damage, to be entirely honest with you. I mean, it's surviving almost everything that it could need to face within the wild. Mine isn't particularly sharp anymore, obviously, with about a month's use, but you know, still does what it's supposed to. Let's just find a big stick. Right, biggest I could find, but it'll do. Right, so, you know, it's taking pretty much everything I've thrown at it. You know, it's pretty robust. Strong. The only setback from the actual knife itself, I reckon, is the serrations. Now, yeah, they're good for chopping the wood, but otherwise they're a bit of a waste of time, to be honest with you. I tend to find them a bit useless, but you know, what can you do? So, you know, but this knife's served its purpose so far. I really would recommend this knife. Serves the tests that it needs to when you're in the wild, or you know, doing whatever you need to do. The ferrocene rod, well, as I said, I've had this for quite a long time, so it's snapped during the process, but can still get a reasonable spark off of it. Probably not the best in the world, but you know, still gets my fires lit. I'll probably buy a replacement one of them. Show you that closer up in a minute. Yeah, the whistle is really good at attracting attention. It can call my dogs. And yeah, so the knife itself is doing really well. And the sheath, go onto the sheath itself, I never realised this, but you can actually take this plastic bit away. So we'll pop that one there. Now the sheath, it's military grade and it's got woven on the back. It's got rescue signals. I haven't actually tested them yet, obviously. I haven't had the chance to. When I get the chance, I will. We'll have a little closer look at that. The sharpening stone, now I'm probably going to turn this over. I mean, I've used it, it's pretty flat and soft now. Because I've used it, so, you know. But, yeah, so I'll just give you a quick close-up of my ferrocene rod and the knife itself. Right, here's the rod. As you can see, the normal ferrocene rod ends at about here-ish. But because I've snapped it, and try not to do this if you get one, but the first strike, you usually tend to take the plastic with it. So you can see the plastic's gone there, so try and be careful with that. That's the little plastic actual sheath that the knife goes into, just in there. It's got a Gerber on it, and it's got the sharpening stone on it. Sharpening stone, mine's completely flat, so I'll probably turn that over. So yeah, come back, get the blade itself, get the knife, get that quick clean off. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a chip missing out the actual knife there. The serrations actually aren't as bad as I thought, but some of them were bent, so I had to try and sort them out. The blade actually snapped here, right on the tip. So, I have latched it to a stick actually, guys, and used it as a spear through these two holes. It's actually very handy, so you know, that's a good add-on, good feature, I reckon. And here's the sheath, military grade, Bear Grylls' signature on, well, supposed to be a signature. There's the Alpine Rescue signals. Here's the little booklet. We'll get the booklet out. So yeah, there's one side of the booklet and the other side. So yeah, quite a handy little booklet to have with you. But yeah, overall, I'd say this knife is brilliant. It does what it's supposed to do. If you find it doesn't, you gotta admit it does close enough to what it does. So the knife and all of this equipment that comes with it serves its purpose, does what it's supposed to do, and all in all lasts its grade. Because the sheath is graded military, it shouldn't break. Of course it'll wear and tear in the future, but it shouldn't break within the first 2 to 3 years. But yeah, so Bear Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife. If you want it, go out and get it. I picked this one up off of Amazon for £70, somewhere around that mark. Probably pick it up cheaper in dollars or, you know, everything. But yeah, Ultimate Survival Knife. Checked, tested, graded. Thanks guys, catch you later. This is Brad from OutDoorGears.